Howdy folks, Bairdos here with another Jimmy Bonsai video. Today we are starting with the trek to Fayin, because we are going to go and do the fight part of 5-1 Sandorian mission. And then we're going straight into 5-2, which is the Shadow Lord mission, because we want to get them out of the way so we can proceed with the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that is all we're doing here. Mission again. What we're going to do next week is we're going to split it between one episode is going to be missions and the next is going to be leveling. But I needed to get more missions done this week than leveling. So I hope you don't mind. Still a bit annoyed that Fayin's grounds tome isn't actually at the entrance. Otherwise we'd got this fight done last video. But it isn't, so we didn't. Sadly. That blizzard's really not very fun coming straight in your face. So while we're travelling, I do hope that some of the different videos in last week's 11 week helped you, or at least gave a little bit of an insight into me. I quite enjoyed it. Probably do the same for when we hit 100 Jimmy Bonsai videos, but I do plan to have a few monthly specific videos coming out, as well as guide videos coming out as often as I can. I want to finish the Gobby Bag series, and I've got other guide thoughts in my old noggin. As always, if there's anything that you want to see, fire it in the comments below. Happy to oblige. As far as Jimmy goes though, we will be continuing his stories every Wednesday and Saturday. God, this is a long journey even on a mount. Oh, as soon as we get into Fayin, we've got that Velk coffer to use, which is an item that comes from Incursion, which is from Adlin. We got it from our Adlin tile last time I logged on, I think. That's just not very nice, ABG. I don't want you popping up, thanks very much. You didn't see that, but it just, you know, kind of just forced its way in front of my screen. Swine. Cutscene. Where's Gustav?
30 years ago, the three nations, Windhurst, Bastock, and Sandoria, sent an expedition to investigate this cursed land. The Galka swordsman Raugrim, the Hume monk Cornelia, the Hume warrior Ulrich, the elven knight Frankmage, the Tarataru white mage Irukurio, and the Mithra ranger Rabnath were the members of the expedition. All of them were great heroes of their people, but they had to cut the expedition short when an accident claimed two of their group. Raugrim and Cornelia were the ones who died in the accident. The others are said to have suffered violent deaths themselves after their return. Perhaps they had awakened the curse that was said to be buried in this land. They may have called forth the ancient Bane.
The ancient Bane, the shadow of darkness, an image of the Shadow Lord, told us that our kinds were the ones that had awakened him, that he would spread the bane that will destroy Vanadiel from our cowardice, rage, envy, arrogance, and apathy.
His image? I see. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vanadiel. The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. The blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the world will fall into fear and despair.
But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, and as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times, that they will come with the wisdom of ages and the strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the Warriors of the Crystal. That's an old song. It's called The Warriors of the Crystal, isn't it?
Just an old wives' tale. I do not know why I mentioned it. I must go. I do not expect to find much, but something troubles me.
My voice troubles me. Zeed's voice there was not helping my throat. There's those bats. They're now too weak. Right, I have no intention of fighting anything in here prior to the actual fight. Oh, that was one thing you might notice. Our gill's a bit depleted. No, we've not been gambling. No, we've not been gearing up crazily. We've been buying maps. All of them. Every last one. Okay, it looks like the groundstone's on the ground floor. So let's ignore it and just get the home point. So I want to go this way. Hello, shadow. It was a shadow with Stannis's face. Sorry, I've been watching a bit of Game of Thrones lately. Just a bit. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. So I don't know about any of yous, but I certainly have camped those shadows a chunk back in the day. Way back when I was trying to get the retaliators. No, cross counters. Cross counters, because the retaliators are the rare X version that they introduced. I eventually succumbed and bought the cross counters, and then the Goblin Dial gave me the retaliators about a week later. I was less than pleased. Cubia Arena. probably didn't even need check, but safety first. On point. Right, so before we go in, let's get this coffer used. See what useless stuff we get. Chapelly horn, lovely. 5 of them. Hello, there we go. Rank 5 mission. The rank 5 mission. 50 seconds, record held by Balcom. Dub-a-dub. Dub-a-dub. Well, I am not like Balcom. I also trade either our cipher of line 2. So we can and will summon line 2. We don't have any monks, do we? Well, suppose I'll just call Shantoto. So the second versions of trusts have somewhat different abilities than their original counterparts. I'm not entirely sure what's different with Lion, but oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, maybe not. But I do know that Tenzin, his second one, is ranged rather than an actual physical samurai. Or great katana wielding samurai, sorry. Oh, this guy's going down hard. Would you get off my ass? Yay, guards up to 1, 2, 3. Oh me! Skadoosh! 1264, that'll do. And Lion's still kicking it, even though it's down. That's just not very nice.
You fight well, but you should learn to pace yourself. Battles are won by those who can still swing their swords at the end of the day. I am curious, what are you doing here? The beastmen have been acting strangely. Were you asked to spy on them? The seal of the Northlands? Ah, that thing those Tara did at the end of the Great War. I have seen no signs of it. It must have already been broken. I wish I could see the look on your superiors' faces when they find out. You say you have brought another seal? You should not have bothered, as they are useless. Who am I? I am just a wandering knight. I do not care what the beastmen do, nor should you. The Shadow Lord was killed 20 years ago, and that is a fact. These rumors of him returning are just plain nonsense. But Castle Sval is also called the Crossroad of Fates, and yet it cannot be.
Burnt seal. Well, let's use that scroll of instant warp then. Right, so we want to head back to Halver now. Right. And talk to Halvar, and then on with 5-2. Why, welcome back, Jimmy Bonsai. I'm sure the lords of both knightly orders would like to hear your report right away. So the seal of Fayin is broken. We must face the prospect of nether beasts laying siege to this land, as did they 2 decades past. Peculiar have been their actions of late, and now this. We must act swiftly. Yes, but our obligation to the Alliance denies unilateral deployment to lands abroad. Were not the Northlands reduced to ashes in wars of old? This does not bode well. Vigilantly we watch that land, and still this comes to pass. Yes, I am afraid you are right. Our eyes were on the comings and goings of the orcs, ignorant of the greater threat. And how should we explain this to our allies? Sandoria cannot become the laughingstock of the civilized world. Are such words even necessary? Prince Treon. Before they hit us, let us hit them. A bold strike would hamper their momentum. But my prince, sending troops into the Northlands, we expose ourselves to a certain degree of diplomatic liability. Liability? Fools! Are you all blind to this peril? The enemy approaches while we bicker. Yes, Prince Treon. However, we should involve the King and Prince Priest in this decision. Cyrilla, do you share the opinion of Halvar and Rahal? Yes, my prince. We know not of the enemy's numbers. I believe the peril of rushing headlong into battle would be too great. Indeed, word of the Shadow Lord's return was brought to us by adventurers, and is as yet unconfirmed. And if it did happen to be true, all the knights of Sandoria would not be enough. We must confer with the Alliance, my prince. So be it. All this talk of diplomatic liability. There are people we must defend, and an enemy we must defeat. Naught matters but that simple truth. In such times, where could Prince Puig be going? Added words, shocking, Bertie. Prince Treon. We must make haste and decide upon policy for our kingdom. At any rate, the exploration of Fayin is complete. Much time may be needed before we reach a conclusion. Rest and prepare for other expeditions, and thank you for your dutiful service. Right then. So, I believe... Let's go check with the gate guard. I really hope we got the book in Zarkabard when we were there. Refresh our signet. And see if Interaction has... no. What's our rank points like? Let's just make sure that they are full. Nobody likes water crystals. Whoops. Wrong person. There we go. The Shadow Lord. Why, if it isn't Jimmy Bonsai. This is no time for loafing around, friend. Prince Treon is looking for you. For this next mission, he's requested you personally. You should be honored. As for the details of the mission, I have no idea what he wants. But he was in a hurry. You'd best be off to the Chateau d'Orgau. Ah, Jimmy Bonsai, is it not? Prince Treon was looking for you. The prince seems troubled that a decision has not been made on what action to take. Take care not to further ruffle any royal feathers. Prince Treon went to his chambers a short while ago, and is yet to return. You should go speak with him there. How long do these fools wish to sit here discussing our deaths? With no time for talk, not anymore. We must move to stop the return of the Shadow Lord, or war will come upon Fanitiel once again. Jimmy Bonsai, this is an order. Hurry as quickly as you can to Castle's Valley in the far north, and put an end to this evil scheme of the Beastmen. I will accept all responsibility for this mission. Now go, brave warrior, for the future of Fanitiel. Right, so Prince Chief. And after we do this mission, we can actually get Prince Treon as a trust. Still not as good a tank, in my opinion, as Valenrial, but we'll certainly use him. Right, and now we are off to Castle's Val via Zarkabard. Hopefully not via Bosidin. You silly bug. I want to hit past me. Why go as Archbard and not get the survival guide? Stupid. Well, time to freeze our little crab. Skull, 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 skull. It's not as far a trek as Vayan was, but it's still a pain. Really need to go to Carlodge and just kill those last two enemies. Ooh, purpley. So what we'll do is we'll go and get the book and the Daily Crystal. Don't think we can get the Apathy Warp as well, but might as well try. Oh no, we can't, because we need to get first 3, then second 3, and then this would be part of the third 3. There's a dragon that kicks around here that I have killed I don't know how many times, and there's a chance when you kill it that after it starts to depop it'll spawn an NM. I have never once had the NM spawn. I really want Patroclus's helm. So we will hunt that NM at some point. One day. But you know what, we don't need to get Daily Crystal. Screw it. So who uses these teleports these days? That is actually one thing I'm glad I don't see anymore. Is the hundreds and hundreds of shouts for teleport holla, can I have it? So annoying. Oh, it's light coming up here. Pretty lights. Right, so we're half an hour in, and that's us reached Castle's Val. Why did I think Castle's Val had music? Disappointed it doesn't. Doing the wee side bit. Zoom in our 11 dB. Don't you make noises at me, Dark Elemental. Another thing that I don't know about you guys, but I know a few people that used to come here to farm the weapons that used to drop from enemies that used to sell our NPC for over 10k a pop. It was mind-numbing the like 5 times I've tried it. Just nowhere near enough to make it anywhere near worth the tedium. People would say, oh, but I made this much. I was like, oh, how? Even with TH3 or 4, it would have been 4 at the time. It's just mental. In fact, it would have been 4. No, it was 3 at the time I had. I didn't get a thief's knife until later. In fact, what am I talking about? I didn't get thief leveled high until the level cap got increased. So, yeah. I did have TH4, but by then it was after this was at its farmed highest. But it was still before they nerfed the prices. Now they go for peanuts. Oh. Chickity chickity chick chick chick. But no, I'll summon Trust at this point. Because there is a slim chance I could end up getting aggroed. I don't particularly want that. Let's keep this good music. Okay. Oh, damn it. I'm talking about I'm level 80. Jesus. Thinking I'm here when I'm like low. What's wrong with you? So I not always love about this game is just hidden walls. Always nice. Not that it's hard to, spot them, but... Or hidden doors, sorry. No, no, I'm not that way. Thank you for opening the door. Love it the closer you get to the torches, it looks like they're actually getting turned on, or they actually ignite the closer as you get close to them. It's very cool. Yes, I am trying to watch my phrasing. Quite had some very, very, very dubious phrasing so far. Orbit eye still too weak. Good, good. Yeah, that's right. Up and away. Those guys have a lot of running ahead of them. A lot of clipping up walls as well, but mainly running. Come on, game. Hero. Thank you. Bad damn time. Don't you dare make me miss this. Thank you. And we are about to get another home point as well. Your own time work point came in. Even 55s are 2 weeks. That makes me happy. Get away from the home point, you nasty, nasty pawn. And that's us on our way to the throne room. This is always one of my favourite views as well. Just nothing but that drop down into the clouds. Pretty and purple. What the hell is that box out there? Am I seeing stuff I shouldn't see? I think I am. That happens when you've not got a clipping plane on, I suppose. This bit up here. Looks like there's a ring of sorts there as well. So I really wonder what that is. Anywho, put your game face on, Gustav. Music always means something's about to go down, or you're in dynamis.
Could this be? Yes, it is a tomb of the Shadow Lord.
1 pretty light, 2 pretty lights, 3 pretty lights, 4 pretty lights, 5 pretty lights, 6 pretty lights. Take all boom now. That just looks like a squashed Ahriman. One thing I don't know is why you would entomb the enemy in his home. To me, that's just bad practice. It's just asking for this sort of thing to happen. So It's wonderful seeing this cutscene where it lagging like a mudda hubba. Pardon me.
Ah, the Dark Night. It's been 20 years since we last met, Zed. No, how is this possible? I defeated you. I cannot die, not until I have eradicated you and your kind from this world. So it is true. I suspected as much since we last met. You are a Galka. 30 years ago, I was in a group that came to this cursed land, seeking to uncover the secrets of a lost civilization. And it is here that I fell, betrayed by one I trusted with my life. My friend Ulrich could not abide the fact that I was the best swordsman of the Mithril Musketeers. That I was advocating peace with the beastmen at the time was not to his liking either. Cornelia died protecting me. But I came back. Not even death could keep me from exacting revenge on those who wronged me. A power hidden deep beneath the earth gave me a new form and granted me control over the nether beasts. It was then that I became aware, that I was made aware of the dark anger smouldering deep within my soul. I realized it was not revenge that drove me, but the old, undying anger of our race, the wrath of the Galka. Others cannot fathom the depth of our rage, but I cast myself willingly into its flames and broke the chains of immortality. Your kind awoke the fury within me, and I was reborn into rage incarnate as the Shadow Lord. I swore to myself then to purge this world of your kind, and I will not rest until I crush every last one of you. I underestimated you 20 years ago, but I will not make that mistake again. What? No! Stand there and watch, Zed. Search within for the dark rage, the flame that burns in the souls of all Galka.
Whilst I warp to a battlefield. No, I'll just warp right down in front of you, because, who does stairs?
Now I will cleanse this world of your filth, unless I am first consumed by fury. Come, it is the hour of reckoning. Death itself failed to stay my wrath. Let us see if you can do any better.
Blue flames. Right, you don't need to worry about me, Shadow Lord. But Gustav, he's got an arrow for your ass. Right, so this fight, if you've never done it before, Shadow Lord has two phases. The first one, he can switch between physical and magical immunity, so we want a mixture of the two. Right then. Attack! Barrage turbine for 1513. Jeebus. Gustav, why are you so strong? Oh, that's him done his magical change. And of course we don't have any magical weapon skills. Come on, Chantal, to finish him off. Come on now. There we go. So that's phase 1 done. And flex. So. Oh, you just got wrecked. Oh, I thought Koromaru was going to actually get the kill shot with Dia 3. There we go. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me. As we would say, cutscene maybe? Hello? Ah, good. Thought I broke the game. Bow, 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 bow. It's a pretty disappointing return there, Shadow Lord.
No, it's not over yet. I told you, even death cannot stop my revenge. I will not fall. I will keep coming back till the fires of wrath consume me. Algrim, stop. Listen to me. It is over. Grim? No, that is not my name. I am the Shadow Lord. You are no such thing. Search your memories for your true self. You are Ralgrim, the Galka's greatest swordsman. I am Ralgrim. Ah! Do you remember? Yes, I do now. Raugrim, it is good to have you back. Has all this come to be?
As you know, I was the Tailkeeper of the Galka, the keeper of our race's memories, but there was so much pain, so much anger. I let myself become trapped in a dark abyss of swirling rage and madness.
Raugrim.
People are capable of kindness beyond angels, yet we also commit sins that would put a demon to shame. We all stand precariously on the edge between darkness and light, and when we fall, we are greeted by only madness and chaos. And so I have fallen. There is no salvation for me. The Raugrim whom you once knew is gone forever. I expect no forgiveness for what I have done, but... Come on, this way, hurry! My true self died 30 years ago. All that remains is an empty shell. Cornelia, finally we may meet again. That's a bit anticlimactic, that explosion. Was it more of an implosion then? And so the Shadow Lord was defeated, thanks to Jimmy Bonsai's selfless courage and sacrifice. Through the clouds shines a symbol of newfound hope for the peoples of Vanity L. But none should forget that wherever there is light, there is always shadow. The legend goes on to say, from the darkest depths of the earth, the warriors of the Crystal rose. The hell is that? Just appeared like a sort of red pillar instead. So I guess it's goodbye for now. I hear they've started flights to the Outlands. If you ever get your hands on an airship past for Kazam, come see me in Nog sometime. I'll be seeing you, Jimmy Bonsai. Bye.
I too feel that our paths may cross again. Until then, I wish you farewell.
Back at the entrance. Oh yeah, I forgot it does that. For some reason. I suppose that big of an explosion. But we were just talking right at the exit. I don't know. I just don't know. And that, once we've spoken to Halvar and Prince Dreon, is us finished the first half of the Sandy missions. I forgot zoning in back into Sandy would get this. Master, look at the orb. You have set us on the proper course and passed through the first of many gates to come. This precious jewel is one of Risenjima's Sanctorium's most mystical treasures. Our legends state that it was formed from the energies of 1,000 different lives, though it had originally been regarded as but a minor artifact. In the future, you and my father had drawn forth its true power. In reality, it is a piece of the Mother Crystal. Please, Master, you may have taken the first steps, but I urge you to continue pressing on. Gilgamesh awaits your word in Nog. So that's our next mission video already set out for us. We start in Nord. That's not going to be our next video. Our next video is going to be back to doing some leveling, I think. Or is it? No, in fact, the next video is going to be Rhapsody's missions, and then the video after that is going to be leveling, because then we will have our 5th trust. And another XP bonus, I believe. Yeah, another 30% XP and 30% uni accolade gains as well as a lot of other things. But first, Halva. Jimmy Bonsai, I knew you were the one for the job, but don't rest on your laurels. With the success of this last mission, I formally bestow upon you mission rank 6. The terror of the Shadow Lord is past, but Vanadiel is never at rest, and our kingdom needs you to watch over it. Vigilance, always. Go, Jimmy Bonsai, His Majesty awaits. And 20k gil. I just got 20 gil for doing that, and I've been raging. National pride only gets you so far. It don't buy you no food. Who goes there? Ah, Jimmy Bonsai. I did not expect your presence this day. You need not say more. A Sandoria trust permit has found its way into your possession, has it not? The natural conclusion, then, is that you desire that my alter ego accompany you into battle. I must admit the idea is not without merit. My responsibilities here at the chateau have kept me over long from the front lines. How I long to remind Sandoria's enemies to fear the name Trion y Dorgal. Yet both needs may be served while I tend to my duties here. My alter ego may mete out justice abroad. What say you? Would you have me as a companion in your crusades? Let the Lion of Sandoria roar. Ha ha ha! The Dragon King himself could not have said it better. Still, I would have you know I did not join this trust initiative merely in the pursuit of personal glory. I am a son of the House Dorgal, and ever have the interests of Sandoria and her citizens been foremost in my mind. But why should others throughout the rest of the world remain unguided? No, I must work to ensure that those of all upbringings are free from tyranny. Alas, attending affairs abroad means neglecting affairs of state. Or so I thought. The Institute's announcement has granted me a means to be in multiple places at once. However, there are those of my house who have balked at the suggestion. Though it was by the hands of adventurers that the Shadow Lord met his demise, it would be unseemly for one of the royal lineage to be seen under the employ of one who spends weeks on end defecating in the woods. Thus, I have one stipulation to which you must assent before we proceed further. You are never to forget that when we fight together, the dawning sun gleaming before us, I am the one who is in command. That should silence those in opposition. Aye, totally. But enough reminiscing. Though our discussion has been a fruitful one, my country calls for me to serve. Let us engage in this ritual quickly and pray for success. Allow me to congratulate us both on our efforts. What is impossible for one becomes merely a trifle for two. My alter ego will gladly accompany you in combat. Just never forget who is in command. Right, that's not quite what I came to your door for. But okay, sure. Oh, inside the Great Hall. Whoops. Well, it'd help if you went to the right place there, Bairdos. Really weird. Why is he in the Royal Hall anyway, though? That's where Destin goes. Know him. He's confined to chambers, where he is a young pup. Even though he looks old as balls. Trion has spoken to me about you. At long last we meet, Jimmy Bonsai. I commend you for putting an end to the Shadow Lord. Bitch, we have met multiple times. Or has your old ass got dementia?
You have fulfilled my expectations. No, you surpassed them. For that we thank you. May you continue to serve the motherland.
Yes, thanks to you, the Shadow Lord's return was nipped in the bud. We are all in your debt, especially in light of my elder brother's antics.
Ever the complainer, I see. Father, let us not dwell on the petty details. The Shadow Lord is dead, and our greatest threat is no more. We must return our attention to Sandoria herself.
Of course, our nation has fallen ill. Our long struggle with the Beastmen has prevented any recovery from the war. Much like the reign of King Ranper. Ah, the Dragon King Ranper? Yes, our great ancestor. But that king pulled our kingdom from the brink and brought Sandoria again to greatness. A truly legendary feat.
You speak of the treasure of the Dragon King.
Yes, the legends speak of King Ranper and how he used the treasure to save his nation. And where may we find this treasure? If only we knew. This is all but legend, but apparently the king sealed it away somewhere. I cannot fathom why. Many were sent looking for it, but none succeeded. Perhaps now is the time we must find it and break the barrier that protects it. Jimmy Bonsai, should you uncover any news of Ranper's treasure, report to us at once.
Father, I urge you to send expeditions to every corner of Vanitiel.
Now just a moment, Trion. Why should we wander in darkness when the Papsk may still illuminate us? The Papsk, your majesty? Yes, I have faith that soon he will find some clue for us. My own life is waning. I must solve this mystery while I still breathe. Father. When that time comes, Jimmy Bonsai, your assistance will be needed by us all. Do not let us down. Jimmy Bonsai, I, Lady, thank you for your acts of courage on behalf of the motherland. When first we met, you were but a fledgling adventurer, and now you are a paragon of virtue. May you continue to strive for the greatness of our nation. Our prayers are with you. That is all for today. Go and rest, for soon enough we may call upon you again. And that is that. So, rank 5 done. We are now rank 6 and can crack on with more Rhapsodies of Vanitiel, which is what our next video is going to be. So, hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, a like would be fantastic. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Jimmy Bonsai videos go up every Wednesday and Saturday, with more 11 videos sprinkled in every now and then, as well as daily Let's Plays every day. For now though, thanks for watching, take it easy, adios.